Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we'll test our XSS skill in this advanced website, which is XSS game websites. So you can simply go to this link and you will just get this website. So you do not need to just log into this page in order to just test your XSS skill. You simply go to the level 1 and you will just get this page. So let's see. We'll just pass the query here. I'll say just hello. So I'll just press search and you could see hello has been reflected. That means we'll just need to pass something instead of hello. So we have done this many times, so I'll just pass here alert of 1 and I'll just close my script. So when I just close my script, then you will see we have got this pop-up saying congratulations, you executed the alert. So let's go to the advanced, to the next level. So we have got the next level here. So this one is quite interesting. So let's see. Let's first clear all the post for me, and here you have to just go to the hint. So here is the hint. So you can simply take this hint if you want. So you could see that we have the 2 hint and 3 hint, and you could see what we have seen here. So entering a script tag on this level will not work. So let's see by just typing the script and alert of 1 and simply passing the script, and let's see if this worked or not. So let's see this status. So if you just pass this script, then it is invisible in our post. That means the script won't work over here. So we have to make the content. So because it is saying here something like the content, so content is visible, and if you just talk about the content, it is the HTML tag. So we have to make our payload that will be injected inside the HTML tag. So anything that comes on your mind when we talk about the HTML is the event. That means we have to wrap our XSS code, or basically JavaScript code, inside the HTML tag, and that is possible with the event. So I'll just make the image tag to do for this, and I'll say src. Let me say anything over here. So let me say foo, and now on error. So if you just remember, this on error is the attribute of this image tag, which will just be executed when we just fail to load this image, which is in this case because we don't have any image that is named with foo. That means this event will be executed, and when this event will be triggered, I want to get the alert. So I'll just say alert me 1, and this will be our message. So now we'll just close our image tag. So let me just close this real quick, and let me just run this. Then you could see the pop-up saying congratulations. So what we just did here was, you could see this, that the image has not been loaded because we don't have any image. So on error will be executed, and in the on error event we just made our alert message to be executed. So let's go to the next level, and you could see we have something that is the images here. So it should be something that is very much advanced to you. So you could go to the image 2, image 3. So if I just see here some convention, you can also take the advantage of this hint. So if you just see the hint, it will say that to locate the bug, review the JavaScript. So this is the simple hint. So you could see here the data in windows.location object. So this windows.location is referring to the URL. So if I just say something like instead of 1, if I just say 2, instead of 3, I'll just change to 3. So that means it is something to link with this link. So we can inject our script to this link. So what I need to do is simply, I want to inject the code over here. So I have to say something like on error, which was the event that will be called when there is some error. So if it's the error, I want to give something the alert of XSS, something like this, and I want to close this one, the XSS, and I want to close my this field. So what we just did here was, if there is failed to load the image, we'll just give this alert. So if I just press go and let's see if this works or not. So it is working. That means this image has not been loaded, and we just get this alert because this part has been executed on error, which is our event when there is a error to fail the image to load. So I'll just advance to the next level, and this is our next level, which is must be level 4. So this level 4, let's see what it is doing. So let me see the show hint. So it is saying take a look at how start timer function is called, and another is when browser see that it is just basically encryption there. So foo bar z is same as this, that means there is something to do with the encryption. And the next one is try entering a single quote and watch the console error. So something that is saying that let's put this one, create a timer, and it is saying your timer will be executed in the second, but if you see that it is not going to execute, so it is not going to just stop for us. So if I just go back, and if I just put instead of this code, if I just say 5 create a timer, and it will just execute in the 5 second. Let's wait for the 5 second, and let's see, it is saying time is up. So that means if I just put something that is this code, it is going to be something that is there will be error console, so it won't be executed. So that means we have to first close our timer, and this is the way to close, and after that we'll just give the alert of XSS. So if I just pass here with this one, so what we just did here was we just close our timer, and after we close that time function, because we have something to do with this start timer method. So if I see the source code, then you could see that we'll have something like, let me search start timer, so it should be somewhere here. So it is saying take a look at the word, because we are not having any function right here. So it is just the way to show us that there should be close of this function. First function should be closed, that is start timer, and after that we'll just execute this alert. So let's see if this works. So it is working perfectly, and basically what we just did here was we just closed first start timer method, and after that we just made our XSS attack, which was basically this XSS message or alert. So let's go to the another challenge here. So now we are in this simple challenge again. So let's see how this work. So we are in this frame now, and if I just press this sign up, then you could see there is a change in this sign up, and we are just getting this next. So next is basically this field. So whenever I just press next, something is going to happen. So instead of confirm, I have to change to the JavaScript code. So let's open my Sublime first, and here what you need to do is, first of all, you have to just do something like make the JavaScript code to execute with the encryption. So let me just search for HTML URL encoding, and here is the encoding reference. Let's go here and let's search for something like this. So this is a %3a, and basically this is the way to give the semicolon. So what I just need is here, we just need to write a JavaScript. So it should be JavaScript, and %3a was basically this colon, and I want to give alert, and I want to give the %2b. So if you search for the %2b, it should be right here, which is just giving us a plus sign, or %28. So let me search for another thing. Instead of 2b, I'll want to make another payload instead of a simple payload. So let's search for something like Okay, where is that? Look, it is here, because we want to just open that for the alert, and percentage 27 is for this. So what you need to do is simply we'll just pass this one, and we'll pass this simple code, we'll pass the XSS, and we'll just close this with this code, and again this. So what we just did over here was we just made use of this code to be executed over here. So simply what you need to do is simply put that code, or simply this payload. So if I just copy this and just put it right here, and let me just press go, let me just press to this next, then you could see congratulations, you executed an alert. So you can do this, and instead of this you can also do something like encoding. So you can just make use of encoding. So what encoding does is basically it will just execute this code that is with the encoding. So if I just say percentage 3a, so that means it is semicolon, or basically colon. So percentage 3a here is a colon. So if you see here, it should be right here. So colon is here. So percentage 3a is the colon. So we are just making this colon first, and I want to make the alert. So after alert, you have to encode this opening parenthesis. So for the opening parenthesis, it is percentage 28, which is right over here. So you will just encode it with percentage 28, and you have to encode this one code. So if you see here, it is percentage 27. So I'll just encode it with percentage 27, and similar goes for this, that is closing the code, which is same as percentage 27, and the closing parenthesis has the encoding of percentage 29. So you can simply use this, copy this one, go back and simply put here. So you can paste it, let's press go, let's press next, then you could see we just get the same alert. So let's go to the next level now. So this is the another challenge, which is the last challenge of here. So we can see that there is a link over here saying that gadget.js, which is the file, and we have the message right at the down that it's saying loaded gadget from this gadget.js file. That means it has to do something with this link. So what if I just remove this part? So instead of this, because this has been reflected right over here, if you see, this static gadget.js has reflected right over here. So instead of this, let me just remove all of this. Let's press go and see what happens. Okay, let me just press go. Nothing is happening. Okay, let me refresh this page again. So let me just remove all of this. Let me press go. Okay, let me just put here the slash and press go, and then it is saying loaded gadget from that is slash. That means anything after here will be reflected. So if I just say hello and go, so it is couldn't load gadget from hello because there is no gadget, but it is just reflecting right down here. That means we can just make now our own data of the JavaScript, that is with the data and colon, and give the text. I want to make the text that would be plain, and after that we'll just make the alert message. So I want to give the alert of 1, and now when I just press go, you could see that we get this execution. So what we just did here was we see for the reflection on the pages and the data, which is basically the way to just inject our code inside this frame. So we just made our own alert message to be injected in this reflected XSS attack. So this is the way to just do. So you can also see this hint if you just want to get some reference. So it is saying, see how the value of location fragment. So basically this was the fragment where after this slash influences the URL. So anything you put after this hash was reflected right down here. So we made use of that vulnerabilities to see our data in the plain format, which is our JavaScript code. So when you just press go, it is reflected right here. So we have completed our challenges, that is 6 challenges over here. So well done. So now let's see for more challenges in the upcoming lecture. See you in the next one.